For everybody that's wondering if anyone else can see you, no, only the panelists you can see. Everybody else that's just attending, don't worry if you're in your jammies drinking wine, you are totally safe. But you can use the chat option the entire time to ask questions, and we will answer them. So we are super excited to be here with you guys tonight. Thank you so much for joining us on an Easter Sunday. I thought we're all going to be home anyway, so why not kind of kick off the week with something positive and with kind of learning all about this coaching thing that you might be wondering about. So if you guys don't know me, my name is Rose Smith. I've been coaching for over 7 years. I actually started with just the DVDs back in the days. I had no idea about the community, about the support. I was just a high school athletic trainer that was desperately out of shape, like 30 pounds overweight. And I felt like a big fraud. Like I'm telling my athletes to be healthy, and here I am pigging out on everything, so unhealthy because I was struggling just with life in general. I wasn't necessarily loving what I was doing anymore. I loved helping people, but I didn't feel like I could really fully do that in the school district that I was at. And with kind of just going through the motions, I always thought I had to go to school, get good grades, graduate with a degree, get married, have kids, and ta-da, my life would be amazing. And it didn't work out that way. So when I had that, what I thought was my career that I was going to have until I was 60, I'm like, there's no way I could make it until I'm 60 before I go crazy. But backtrack a little bit. I get way too excited when I talk about this. I needed help with my health and fitness, point blank, being an athletic trainer. I thought I didn't have any extra time. I was working 50 hours a week. I worked Monday through Saturday. I didn't have off like teachers do, you lucky teachers. I didn't get spring break or Christmas break or even pretty much half a summer break. I did not get. I had to be there. But I could do a silly little DVD on the second floor of my condo in my 5x5 living room. So when people are like, I can't jump in my house, I'm in an apartment. Yes, you can. Like, you'll be fine. Your neighbor below you might actually join you, right? But I lost 30 pounds from doing that. And I'm like, man, do other people know about this? And yes, there was this whole community out there that did know about Beachbody, but that was 7 years ago. And now it's like so huge. When I lost the weight and thought other people need to know about this, I logged onto the website. I saw that you could be a coach. And I thought, you know what? Let me see what this coaching thing is about. I thought I was like all like big at the time just because like I went to school for this stuff, right? Like, what is this Beachbody coach going to tell me? But this Beachbody coach connected with me. She told me I should be a coach. And I was so hesitant. I was like, this might be the thing to get me out of my rut. Did I really think this could be a full-time gig for me? Hell no. Did I think I could earn 6 figures with this? No way. I'm not that type of person. I'm not and this is what I told my coach. I'm shy. I'm a salesperson. I never posted on social media before. I would scroll and creep on everybody else. But like, I knew I needed something else. I just couldn't ever put my finger on it. So I said, you know what? The worst thing that could possibly happen is that I would help myself. That's the only other person I would help. It would help keep me on track because I lost 30 pounds with doing insanity. I didn't want to gain the yo-yo that I've always been back and forth. So I'm like, if this just keeps me accountable to myself, then cool. If I help one other person, holy crap, I would totally blow my mind. And at this point, I really blew my mind. 7 years later, we have a team of over 1,500 coaches who have helped thousands and thousands of people. Now, I didn't think that one person, me, could start a ripple effect like this, and it absolutely can. It took me 3 years to earn a full-time income with this, and that's when this became a full-time business for me, and I left my school, which was pretty exciting. If you ever had that dream in your head, like, oh, I wish I could tell my boss I quit. I was able to do that. But it took the step of actually deciding and committing to something and doing it with all your heart and your passion. And that's where why I still love this 7 years later, is because I have the love and passion for helping people and for showing people what this business can create, the friendships, the community. Like all of these girls that are on here today, only one I knew from high school. Everybody else just came into my life because they needed help with their health and fitness. And we keep passing the baton and helping more people and helping more people. So that's a little bit about me. But first, we're going to just start off with, what do we actually do as coaches, right? Like, let's break it down really simple, and then you're going to hear from all the other girls. So we're not on here too long for tonight. But first thing, what I already said is, as coaches, we work on us. Hello, what other job can you say, my boss tells me I need to work on myself, and my boss tells me I need to work out every day, and my boss tells me I need to have my veggies every single day? Nobody tells you that, right? But this business, that's your number one thing, is for you to be working on yourself, for you to be pouring in with your personal development, with your positivity, fueling yourself first. That's number one. Number two is inviting other people to join in on the fun with you. So we have these really cool things called challenge groups, what I call my accountability groups. That's what I invite people to. So I'm on social media. I'm saying, hey, I'm like rocking my postpartum journey. I had a baby 10 months ago. So I did gain those 30 pounds, but it was 30-pound baby weight. But I had the tools already to get back on track. And I invited people into my accountability group so we could work out, eat healthy, and keep each other accountable throughout the time. So I invited people to that. That's number two. And then number three is the people that I'm invited, I'm helping them get results. I think that's pretty simple, right? 1, 2, and 3. But I wanted to show you guys a really simple video that kind of explains, and it really like pulls out my heart, just because obviously I've just had a baby, so I'm in that hormonal stage right now. So hold on one second. I'm going to share my screen, so you should be able to see this. Oh, that just gets me every time. But that's what we do as coaches. We just inspire people. We do it with people. And the girls will talk about, we are not fitness professionals. Beachbody has the tools that we can use. We're just using them to get people fired up, to get people wanting to live their best lives, and showing that through living our best life. That's why I love this. Like I said, 7 years later, I'm still so passionate about bringing women together and showing them what is possible for their life, right? Like right now, people are struggling so hard, but we do our workouts. We have like workout Zoom calls, kind of like this, where we'll get up. We have like a 6 o'clock one and a 7 o'clock one. And it's just so nice to have something to look forward to every single day, to know that there are other people on the other side that are doing this with you, even though we can't physically be together. We do team calls, which I'll talk about at the end. where you just get connected. So it's more than just health and fitness. It's just the heart, it's the emotion, it's just pouring into other people makes you feel so good. So I'm going to pass it on so you can hear all the other incredible women on our team, and maybe you'll connect with one of their stories, because we are all so different. But when we come together, it is so special. So I'm going to pass it over to Jenny, and she's going to share a little bit about her.
Hello, everyone. Jenny Bellin here. A little bit about me. I am married to my college sweetheart, and I have 2 teenage kids. I know what you're thinking. Teenage stage is horrible and hard. And I am here to tell you there is a whole other joy to that season. And I can't say it's horrible. It is hard, but every stage of mommying is hard, right? So anyway, I am a speech therapist. That's what I went to school for. That's what I have my master's in. And I've been a coach for about a little over 3 years. I decided to start coaching because I was a yo-yo dieter. I mean, since I was like 14, I remember being on every diet you can think of. And I also had a lot of body image issues, like major ones. So around my 40, early 40s, I'm going to say, I really started to think about why I was having these issues and why, started digging deep into that. And I wanted to figure out why I had these issues. Why did I keep going to the food? Why did I have these emotional eating problems? And as I started figuring that out, I started thinking about the fact that so many women probably were in the same position as I was and needed the same things. So as I started discovering more about myself, I thought about that, then came in this company with this community, the programs, and I met someone on Instagram, just like Rose was saying. Most of these women, or actually all of these women on this webinar, I met through this team I never met in my life. And we all live in the same state, I think, or most of us do. Anyway, so I started to think about that, and I joined the company, and I found a platform that, if not only could I help one woman, but many women. And that was my heart's desire, to be able to help as many women as possible, just avoid all the pitfalls that I had gone through. And this company gave me exactly that. So as Rose was mentioning, there are many, many misconceptions, I'm going to call them, about being a coach, what we do, and a lot of them are negative. Some of them may be positive, but I think for the most part, the ones I've heard before I joined were negative. And one of them is, do we have to be experts? Right? We don't have to be experts. As you heard my story, I am a speech therapist, and I had no background in nutrition or fitness whatsoever, except for maybe one nutrition class that I took a zillion years ago in college, because I am, graduated in college probably when some of these women on this webinar were being born. So anyway, we don't have to be experts in any way, shape, or form. For me, it is about sharing what I've gone through, my ups, my downs, and just having a deep desire to really help these women, support them, encourage them, and guide them so that they can be on the other side, right? They don't have to be in the struggle. They don't have to be in the yo-yo dieting mode. They can have a completely different and better life than the one that they're having right now. So that is pretty much me in a nutshell. And I'm gonna pass the baton over to Jenna.
Hi guys, I am Jenna. Happy Easter, by the way, for all of you that celebrate. I am a high school English teacher. I've been a high school English teacher for 10 years and a high school sports coach. Before I even knew what Beachbody was, I kind of stalked my college roommate's cousin on social media because I saw her like working out all the time and posting these healthy recipes all the time. And I just didn't know like what or why she was doing it. When my husband and I were getting married, we bought the Insanity like DVDs and did them in our basement, like kind of like Rose bought them, tried to do it on our own. We did the program. I hated it. And it was because like it was hard And the only support that I had was from my husband, who was like a college athlete. So of course, like he's going crazy and I would get like frustrated. And the only person that I really had to vent to was him. So I quickly found out after talking to Aileen and finding out what Beachbody was that I was missing the whole like accountability piece and that group of like people that I could talk to about the programs that I was doing. Because like Beachbody is the total package. It's like fitness, it is nutrition, and it's accountability. And that's really what I needed. So when I was watching Aileen, I was pregnant with my first son. I have two little boys, one is 3 and the other one just turned 1. And I was going to the gym, you know, and I would drive there and I would be frustrated because I'd be sitting in traffic. And then of course you have to get to the class like 15 minutes early or else you don't get your spot or you don't get the bike that you wanted. So I would, you know, wasted 45 minutes just to and from the gym and waiting in line. I did work out my entire first pregnancy, but I was going to the gym. After I had my son, I didn't want to leave to go to the gym, but like I desperately wanted to fit back into my jeans. I knew that it wasn't going to happen right away, but I needed to get there. I started going back to the gym again, but I felt really, really guilty leaving and being out of the house for, 2 hours. So I reached out to Aileen and I said like, hey, like those programs that you're doing, what are they? Because I would see her doing it with her son and it looked like they were having a lot of fun. So she told me that it was, she was doing Insanity. I'm like, oh, I have Insanity. I didn't like it. And she was like, well, it's not just Insanity, it's Beachbody. It's this whole company and here's the programs. So we got to talking. And like I said, she explained to me that it was a whole system. It's not just the workouts. So she started to talk to me about Shakeology. And my first thing with her was like, whoa, like I'm just not a shake person. Like I really just want the workouts. And she was like, hey, like just trust me on this, try it. If you did the workouts before and it wasn't working for you, then like something else was missing. And that was definitely the piece for me that was missing, was that nutritional aspect. So once I was cleared to, work out again, I talked with her, got myself a challenge pack, which was my workouts and my shake. And I told her, you know what, I'll try it for the 30 days because that's what I get. And like, that's totally going to be it. Like, don't try and convince me that I need it for more than 30 days. And I tried it for like a week and I'm like, I like didn't really want to like it, but I totally really liked it. And I was making like all these new fancy recipes. It wasn't just like chocolate every day. I would have like chocolate strawberry or then like chocolate peanut butter. And it totally simplified my morning routine, especially like when I was back at work, because I was on maternity leave and like needed to work out for my own sanity, but then I wanted to be able to sustain something when I was back at work. So I was able to do the workout programs before I left for work in the morning, make my shake, and I was like out the door. And again, like I'm totally getting ahead of myself because this is just so exciting for me. But I wasn't going to Wawa. I wasn't spending those, $4 or $5 on a bagel and a tea in the morning. I just had that quick and easy shake. But I followed the program to a T. I did my workout. I think I did max 30. I think that was the first program that I actually completed postpartum. I followed the 21-day fix portion control and I had my shake every single day. And by the end of those 30 days, I was back in my pants, my jeans, my pre-pregnancy pants. And I was like, I have to tell everybody about this because I can't believe that this actually worked. I just worked out for a half hour, drank a shake, and used those silly little containers that, yes, you can fill more than one time per day. And then it was like, you know what? I want to coach because I'm home on maternity leave and I am so used to working. And I wanted like connection with people. So being a part of the team and, being able to connect with even just the women on team calls at night. I liked that. I liked having that community. And for me, it definitely wasn't about like making money. It was, I needed something for me. I needed a community of supportive people for me. And yes, like my husband is awesome. Like he totally supports me, but I mean, you know how husbands are sometimes. Like you want like someone else to tell you that you're doing a good job. So the community for me was great. The personal development is amazing. Like I had never picked up a PD book before in my life. and started reading that postpartum. And I swear to you, that's why like I did not suffer from, you know, any type of postpartum depression or anything, because I had this community of supportive people. And I was, you know, growing my mind every single day reading these positive books. The Energy Bus, like if you haven't read it, I think that was one of the first ones I read. And honestly, like my high school honors class right now, they're all home and they're reading the book because I made my supervisor buy them all the books and they love it. So like, it's just, that energy is contagious. The positivity that this community brings, like you just want to pay that forward to everyone that you possibly can, like including my, you know, my ninth graders that are like, hey, you're a little crazy. It's just wonderful. The values of this company, it's just, I love what we stand for. Beachbody has made me a better teacher, a better coach, a better friend, a better mom, better spouse. Just, I love everything about it. And I want to tell everybody. And I mean, that's it.
Thanks, Jenna and Jenny. I think we have Allison up next.
Sure, I had to figure out how to unmute myself.
You're good.
And before I got hopped on the call, my computer literally took 20 minutes to pop on today. I was like, no. All right, but I'm Alison. I was very nervous to come on here to talk, but you know, it's okay. I started coaching, well, I probably after, but I started with Beachbody. Actually, just like Jenna and Rose, and like I had ordered Insanity off of an infomercial one morning. Like I think I was married for a year. We're in our apartment on the couch and I'm just like laying there, you know, it's like 12 in the afternoon and I'm still in my pajamas. I'm like, I really need to do something. So I saw Insanity and I was like, I'm going to order this. So I ordered it and I think it was like 3 payments that you paid off the infomercial. I got it home. I started doing it. I'm like, wow, this is really hard. Like it was hard. I don't even think I finished the program. So I like put it away and like totally forgot about it. Didn't even realize that it was Beachbody, you know, like I was just doing Insanity. And then like a couple years later, I had gotten pregnant through IVF. So I told myself it was the IVF meds that made me gain 60 pounds with the pregnancy. But really, it was just me like eating whatever I want. It was like emotionally eating, like I was all over the place. That definitely was the meds. Like I really believe that. But I gained 60 pounds. And then once I had my son, I couldn't really lose it. Like I lost like the first 20, you know, the initial like water weight and like after you leave the hospital, I lost all that. But then I was working full time. So I knew like I would go to the gym and I would go on the treadmill and that's the only thing I would do. Like I would leave the house at 5 in the morning to get to the gym. And I was like, well, then I'm missing my morning with him and I don't get home till like sometimes 8 o'clock at night every single night. So it was like kind of rough. And then like I saw Rose, who was my coach, posting like all of these like really like she just looked really happy and she was like her skin was glowing and I'm just like, and like she like I went to the same high school as her, but like we didn't really like talk in high school and I was like, well, I don't know if she likes me, you know, like so I don't want to like message her. So I didn't, but I stalked her. And she actually messaged me, which I thought was really cool. So I was like, well, you know, okay. And then she was like talking to me about, you know, what she does and like her workouts that she's doing. And this is the time the 21-day fix came out. And like, I was like, sure, you know, like, let me do it. And then she signed me up as a coach for the discount. And then I like got freaked out with like the whole thing. Like, I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. So I canceled like the next day the coaching. And I did the program. I was in her challenge group. I wound up between that time and because that was the first time I did it twice because I quit again. Like it's okay. Like a lot of times people think that they quit, they're not going to be able to do it again. But this is my 3rd time like coming around being a coach. Like I'm doing it. And like my third time I went all in. I stayed consistent. I lost 30 pounds. I feel younger now than I did 5 years ago, which is pretty crazy. Like, so much more energy. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to go all in with this coaching thing, and I'm going to give it my all. I see what it does for other families. I stay at home, so we're only living on one income. And I know that if you stay consistent, you will get to where you need to go. So that is what I'm like striving for. And like, I have like everything written down, like what I want to say, but I'm just like going off of what I'm feeling, because I don't want to be like reading my paper. But I lost track, I'm sorry. So, and like, I know like when I first started coaching, like I wasn't at my ideal weight. Like, I wasn't where I wanted to be. I was still very uncomfortable in all the clothes that I wore. Like, I felt bloated all the time. So like, once I started working out every day, getting into a routine, drinking my shake, following the containers for the 21-day fix, I started like seeing myself grow that way. So because at first I was like, I don't think I could coach people when I'm not at my ideal weight. Like, that doesn't matter. People want to not so much see you struggle, but they want to see that you're just like them. Like, you're a normal person. You're going out every day and giving it your best and sharing with them and seeing your journey, seeing you progress from what you started to where you are now, and how you maybe have some setbacks, but you keep going. That's what people want to see. That's why I continue to do it, because it keeps me accountable. Because there are times where I would like, I'm not doing it today. I don't want to. And then I have the girls in my challenge group, and I'm like, well, I don't want to let them down. Like, I got to do it. So that's what gets me to do it every day too. Knowing that I have people that are counting on me to motivate them, to help keep them going. So, you don't have to look like a fitness model, to be a coach. You just have to be yourself and share with people what works for you and how how it helps you, because it's helped me tremendously. I think that's why I'm still here today, because I need that accountability, in my life. It just makes me a happier person. Just like Jenna said, a better mom, better spouse. It's helped me so much, and I have my son right here right now with me, being in on this webinar. Like, he wanted to be here. He's why he's not sleeping. But so that is what I wanted to share with you guys. Thanks for listening to me. It's my first time back on an actual call, so sorry if I was like all over the place, but thank you.
All right, so I'm last. I'm Mallory. I'm from North Carolina, a very small town in North Carolina. My story is a lot different because I did not start with Insanity. I actually hate that program, so I don't do it. But I grew up playing sports. I started playing church basketball when I was 4. Like, that's the thing you do here. It's not t-ball, it's church basketball. And so you start when you're 4. I was the youngest one to start. Usually it's kindergarten, but they were like, it's fine, you're tall, you can start. So I started playing when I was 4, went all the way through, playing sports, ended up getting a scholarship to play volleyball in college. Played for 1.5 seasons. I actually quit on a game day. I went to my coach, and I'd been struggling with some stuff before, and I just said, I can't. Like, I cried all day. I was like, I'll tell everyone after. I'd been sick, so we're just going to say I'm sick, and I'll tell everybody I'm not dressing out because I'm just sick, and I will tell them after that I quit. So I quit. And there was a lot of dark times. I hid in my room. My roommate would cook for me because I would not eat. And so after a while, I kind of drug myself back out, because I'm one of those, I'm an Enneagram 8, if anybody knows that. And it's like, I do my own thing. I don't need help. I know it all kind of person. And I just did it, got myself out of it. And so I was like, okay, well, let's find some other stuff to do, because I have all this free time now. I had not had a life for, 17 years. So I did all kinds of things that we're not going to talk about, and ended up gaining a bunch of weight because I wasn't working out. I refused. My first coach, we did workouts as punishment. So it had ruined fitness for me. I've run more sprints in one season than I've probably ran in my whole life combined. So I had written off I ate Oreos, Japanese food, because we weren't allowed to eat anything that was not healthy, or we had to run more. So I, for a year, explored different things. I got overweight, not overweight, but I had gained a bunch of weight. And so I was like, okay, well, let's figure this out. So I started going to the gym. I was an athlete. I was supposed to know like how to work out and lose weight and look fit and all this. And so I went and I'd play on the machines and I'd look at like the meatheads and they're lifting. I was like, no, I'm not gonna sit in here and do this. So I leave. And so then I found this Facebook group of some fitness person, and she'd throw you in the group and she wouldn't even talk to you. Like, she just like, here's the workout. Like, here you go. Here's this nasty meal plan. You do this for 15 days and you'll lose weight. And I did, but I was too determined not to quit. And then I reversed it and gained all the weight back. But one night I remember sitting in my bed praying. I don't know if everyone does that, but I was praying and I was like, Lord, send me something to fill this giant hole that I have, something that's going to help me work out and find a passion and a purpose again, because I have nothing. And I literally had nothing. I don't have friends here. My best friend lives 5 hours away. So 2 weeks later, exactly 2 weeks later, some girl from home messaged me and was like, you should be a fitness coach. And I was like, I'm in college. I was taking prereqs for vet school. I was a biology major. I was taking physics and organic chemistry. I was helping coach a volleyball team. I was volunteering at a vet. Like, I had no time and I was in the worst shape of my life. And I said, okay, let's do it, because I'm a type A, I'm type A. I was like, okay, let's do this. And so I did, and I lost like 15 pounds and 13 inches in 30 days. And I was like, okay, this is it. Like, we're going all in with this. And so I've managed throughout college. It was my last year of college. I graduated. I got a job at a vet's office. I got the award for working the most hours in the vet's office, even more than the registered tech that's on staff. So I worked all the time. Between that and like coaching volleyball, my sister playing volleyball, I was busy. Like, I still am busy, but I found time to work it in the mornings and work on the business and work it on my lunch break. I would literally go sit in the corner and put on my beats, and so you couldn't hear the dogs howling, and so I could just like listen to music and do my coaching work on my lunch break. And so it's really giving me that purpose and that passion again, because I had a hole. Like, I had grown up on a team and I never felt that again. And I was actually just like talking to some of these girls today, and like, I'm 23, almost 24. And I'm actually I've been living with my parents because I was going to go to vet school. That's a whole different story. But I've been looking at moving out. And so I have the opportunity now to actually buy a house. And so this opportunity, this coaching opportunity gives me the purpose, and it gives me an income. It gives, my health back. And now it's going to help me pay a mortgage. So there's all kinds of things that you can do with it. And, being, like I said, being busy, everybody's busy. If there's anyone in the world who's not busy, I would love to meet them, because I would really like to know how that feels. But I mean, it's something that you can do in cracks of your time. And I get messages from people. A girl she's not old enough to join yet. She's in high school. She sent me a message the other day and sent me her weight loss transformation that she has followed based on stuff I post on social media. So I know I ramble, but it's really something that anyone can do. We're all over age range, all over the United States and Canada. So we're all over the place. And it's just fun. Like, it's really fun, and traveling and all kinds of stuff too.
Thanks, everyone. That was so good. I love hearing from all of them, just because everyone is so different, and Beachbody has helped us just in so many different ways. So it's not a one size fits all. It's you take what you can from this and use it to support your life in whatever area that you needed to. So when I started it, I was single. It got me through weddings, my wedding, other people's weddings, but every stage of my life, it really has helped me with. And so you're probably thinking, all right, this is so great. Like, awesome. Jenna, Jenny, Mallory, Alison, Rose, you're all awesome, but I can't do this. Yes, you can. It really just being a coach just starts with you, right? With believing in yourself, because when you join our team, you get all of the tools to learn how to do this. So starting anything new, you're not going to have a clue, right? You're going to be like, well, I never did this. I never did this before. I never did this before I started either. And nobody ever did this. I say it too fast. Did this before they started doing it either. But when you join our team, you get one-on-one calls. We have Tuesday night team calls on this Monday coming up. Tomorrow, wow, you kind of lose track of time, right? Tomorrow, we actually start our Coach Basics training. So you, as a new coach joining our team, not only will you get all the tools and trainings and one-on-one calls and all the know-how on how to communicate with people, how to build a brand on social media, because I always say, I do not want salespeople on my team. Sorry. I want real, genuine people that want to help people. Like, you can tell the difference between our team and then a team that just wants, and I'm not talking about Beachbody. Beachbody is amazing, amazing. All the teams in Beachbody are great. I'm talking about like, just like other sales companies, like it's about the products versus us. It's about the person. If you care enough about the person, that's where people say, all right, I know, like, and I trust her with helping me. And that's when people commit not to the program, but they start committing to themselves because they see you stepping up to the plate, committing to yourself and believing to yourself. And then they think, wow, I guess I could do that too. So you get all that training, but honestly, the best part is just having the community and having people that you can lock arms with and say, man, you know what? I'm struggling today. Like, I need some help. Or people that are going to be rooting for you. Like, when was the last time a coworker said, oh my gosh, that was amazing. Like, you freaking rocked it. Like, congrats on whatever promotion you just got. Normally it's like, why is that knife in my back? Like, you know what I'm saying? So this is why I love this community. I love our team, is because we're there for each other. And I think Mallory said at the end, there's tons of vacations that you can win. Unfortunately, this year, the Beachbody trip did get canceled because of all this that is going on. But next year we do have a trip, and that is to my favorite place in, I think is it Punta Cana, or was that this year? Or Riviera Maya, I think, is next year. And that's at my favorite hotel. So if you want to be at that place with us, so what I'm trying to say is coaching can be whatever you want it to be, whether you just want to get in good shape because you're struggling right now, or because you just need that friendship, that girl, that sisterhood that's missing in your life, or whether you want to take your family on a free vacation because you help people be healthier. Like, isn't that like, when I say that and I'm like, so next year will be, I think, my 6th vacation I'll earn for free by helping people be healthy. Like, what other place can you say I earned a free vacation by helping people get healthy? Only here. Only here can you make that happen. Or maybe you want to be like me and you do want this to be a full-time job. Or maybe you just want to be like Mallory and buy your first house. Like, that is all an option on our team. So it doesn't matter what your goal is as a coach. We are here to support you with whatever avenue you want to take. Our agenda is not to be pushing you to do anything. We are not your bosses. We're just like your girl friend bosses that just want to help you out with whatever you want to reach. So if you're thinking, you know what, like, this seems really awesome, let me get started. What you're going to do is just reach out to your coach. You're going to tell them what your health and fitness goals are, because that's number one, right? Is to work on you. And then they're going to find you the right package so that you can get started. And then you can start sharing this with people. And you'll have the opportunity to get into our new coach training that's starting tomorrow. So Hope you guys have a great night. If you have any questions, if you're watching on Facebook Live, you can post them there. If I don't see any questions here on the, I keep doing this, on the live webinar, but you can just reach out to your coach or reach out to me or any of the coaches that you see here, and we will be happy to answer. So thank you, everybody. Thank you to all the girls here, Mal, Jenna, I keep getting mixed up with Jenna, Jenny, Alison, and Mallory. It is super scary, right, to talk to people. I mean, we can't even see you guys, right? All we see is each other, but that just goes to show how real this is like, we're not like superhumans. We're just normal human beings that just want to better our lives and help better other people's lives. So thank you, everybody. Have a great, amazing night, and hopefully we will see you in the team page tomorrow. Have a good night. Thanks.